Hello everybody and welcome back to another Game News Roundup, the second one this week where we go over the latest gaming news. Sales figures, although not today with sales figures. I'm waiting for the some monthly data to come in before I do the Americas and the rest of the worldwide estimates for VGChartz for February. It's been delayed until next Wednesday, so it'll be a week before we get Americas and worldwide out, at least. But anyways, as always, this is being recorded live. I say as always, the last video actually wasn't live. Actually recorded specifically for YouTube. But this one is being recorded live, twitch.tv/trunkswd if you ever want to join these streams, where I usually go over the gaming news to start with, if there's enough to go over, and then we get into playing games. Lately, it's been me going through God of War 2018 for my first playthrough, and it is a fantastic game. I am loving it, really enjoying it so far, and I am maybe like 35-40% into the game, something like that. I'm not giving any spoilers in case anyone hasn't played it. First bit of news. I mean, yeah, the title of the video, the main part of the title of the video, and the thumbnail of the video. Yeah, actor Tony Todd, who is gonna be voice acting Venom in Marvel's Spider-Man 2, the upcoming PlayStation 5 game, apparently may have leaked the release month of the game. The tweet has since been deleted, which either he got in trouble and deleted it as like crap, and was forced to delete it. Even though it's a little late now, it quickly got out there. But yeah, Spider-Man 2 might be coming out this September for the PlayStation 5 as the big PS5 exclusive coming out for the holidays. I mean, if it doesn't come out September, it would be October, November anyway. But, in response to a fan on Twitter, he said, "Looks like September," referring to the release window for Spider-Man 2. Massive publicity coming in August. We might be getting a big PlayStation State of Play in August, as well as, I don't know, other advertisement and commercials coming out and stuff like that. Commercials start dropping in August, so I'm told, hold on to your... and hold your breath. Hold on to your butts. Gonna be necessary. Todd's saying that it looks like September for release. Could mean the exact date. Also, has not been finalized yet, not been set in stone, and obviously, again, it's possible the game might not come out in September, and the developers, maybe they need another month or two to do those final touches, you know? A little bit of, I guess bug fixes actually thinking about. I was gonna say fairy dust, but that doesn't really work. It's not Disney. It doesn't really work like that with video games. Usually they need... If the game gets delayed or whatever, it's usually the game's not finished, and obviously bug fixes. But yeah, Spider-Man 2 was already confirmed for fall 2023, the big PlayStation 5 exclusive. Not coming out on PS4, PS5 only. Maybe coming out in September. What do you guys think? You gonna be getting Spider-Man 2? Is it the reason you bought a PS5, or one of the reasons you bought a PS5? Who knows? Let me know in the comments down below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this live here on Twitch, let me know. Emerald, I know you're watching. I know you have a PlayStation 5. And if it comes out in September, that means you'll be going, I'd say, head-to-head with Starfield, which also comes out September. September 6th, I believe, is the date for Starfield. That doesn't mean Spider-Man 2 is going to come out on the same date or within the same week. It could be at the end of September, even if it is September. Or it could be October or November. But either way, if it's not September, it'll definitely be October or November. Depending on what makes the most sense for Sony to do and when the game is completely ready to go. And you are debating on getting it? Gotcha. I mean, if you enjoyed the first Marvel Spider-Man or Spider-Man Miles Morales, I would assume this game is more of the same, just more of the same, which is a bigger game, of course. You got both main characters in this game. Peter Parker and Miles Morales, I believe. So yeah, big game. We're going to stick on PlayStation stuff to start with, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. Horizon Forbidden West, the Burning Shores DLC. You did like the first one. You didn't get Miles Morales. Gotcha. I know they're both on PlayStation 5 and PC. And I think the original Spider-Man was originally a PS4 game that was remastered for PS5, which is also available on PC. I think. They are on my to-play-list. I just haven't gotten around to them yet. I've got a lot of long games to be playing, whether I'm doing on stream or off stream. So I'm a little bit busy with a bunch of games, and I only have so much time to be playing games per day. But anyways, yeah, Horizon Forbidden West, the Burning Shores DLC, the pre-orders are now open. The DLC comes out only for the PlayStation 5 on April 19th for $20. That means it will not be coming out for the PS4, even though the game, Horizon Forbidden West, did come out on the PS4 as well as the PS5. This DLC, I guess, Guerrilla Games wanted to do more that the PS4 wasn't able to handle it, I'm guessing, is the main reason for it. And if you do pre-order the DLC, it includes two in-game items: the black tie dye outfit and the black tie sharp shot bow. There's a couple of bonuses for pre-ordering the DLC again, which comes out in just under a month, April 19th, again for $20. Bella Ramsey, who plays Ellie in The Last of Us HBO TV series, did an interview with ITV's The Jonathan Ross Show and was asked about the second season, and she did say the second season likely won't premiere until late 2024 or early 2025. The reason for the long wait between seasons is that she said it probably won't start shooting until the end of this year or beginning of next year. So yeah, her direct quote, "It will be a while. I think we'll probably shoot at the end of this year, beginning of next. And then it's like a year of filming. So it'll probably be the end of 2024, early 2025 before season 2 starts premiering. So we're talking about potentially about a 2-year gap between the first season and the second season. But you know what? I'd rather them take the time. That means the writers have more time to flesh out the story, the exact script and everything. It's better to not rush things. You remember older TV shows where they'd be like 25 episodes in a season, roughly, every year. That's a lot of writing, and obviously with that many episodes, there's, there would be really good episodes, but those episodes clearly aren't very good. But yeah, and the show was renewed for a second season back in February, and the first season has been a huge success for HBO Naughty Dog, as the series finale had 8.2 million viewers on premiere night. And the amount of viewers on the series finale was 75% higher than the debut episode, which means the amount of people watching on the premiere night has went up pretty much every episode until the finale. And the first 6 episodes, they have averaged about 30 million viewers across all platforms, with episode 1 nearing 40 million viewers. Of course, this day and age, you don't have to watch a new show, new series on premiere night. You can watch it later. Of course, there's always the risk of spoilers nowadays, but, PlayStation filed a patent for an NFT framework. I know, the deadly word, the deadly saying, the deadly thing, NFTs, which in my eyes are, I'm gonna be blunt. In my eyes, NFTs are a complete ripoff and a scam. Here's this digital thing that anyone could have, but we're gonna make only one copy, even though anyone could just save it on their certain things. But the patent was spotted by MP First. It describes the ability to earn, trade, and transfer NFTs to different consoles and platforms. It also describes a framework that allows players to earn NFTs in the form of skins, artwork, avatars, weapons, and/or skills. Now, mind you, this is a patent by Sony. This does not mean they're going to be adding NFTs to the PlayStation consoles or for their games and stuff. This could just be something they thinking about doing. And also, this patent was filed in the US in September 2021, but just recently became public. And there's been a lot of backlash in September 2021 with NFT. So potentially they were thinking about it then, and then with all the backlash in any games that have added NFTs, then maybe they've, at this point, have said, hell no, that's a terrible idea. We don't want to ruin our reputation or anything. So, again, this is just a patent filed by Sony. Does not mean NFTs are coming to the PlayStation at all. This is just potential. Maybe there are. But I would lean, with all the backlash that's been going around with NFTs, that Sony would not do that, even if they had thought about it at one point. Legend of Zelda. Going into a little bit of Nintendo stuff here. Actually, I think this is probably the only thing about Nintendo specifically, which is, their next big AAA game from Nintendo. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It has gameplay that changes the game world. So you do certain aspects in the game, and the game world will change. The Legend of Zelda producer, during the Famitsu Game Awards, teased the upcoming Nintendo Switch exclusive Tears of the Kingdom will feature gameplay that will bring changes to the game world. In the sequel, Tears of the Kingdom. Furthermore, the player's free imagination will be filled with new gameplay that will bring about changes to the game world. He hopes that everyone would feel pleasantly surprised by this and enjoy exploring Hyrule in what he calls an unknown state. So you explore Hyrule, and maybe you do certain things, and then you come back to certain areas, and well, it's very different all of a sudden. Which seems like such a basic thing for games to have, but honestly, you don't see many games doing stuff like this. So it'd be kind of cool to see, and hopefully the game runs well enough on the Switch with, you know, the Switch's power. But I am looking forward to this game for sure. And the game does come out for the Nintendo Switch on May 12th, just under 2 months away for Tears of the Kingdom. I think this is, what, the first sequel to a Zelda game? Does that say Zelda 2? The second Zelda game? Unless there's been sequels in between. I mean, Majora's Mask, I mean, yeah, it's kind of, but not really a sequel to Ocarina of Time. Maybe. I don't really remember much of Majora's Mask. I had friends who had Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and I remember watching them play it. But this is going back, what, 25 years at this point? So, I know I'm old, okay? I get it. Alright, let's see. Dune and Doctor Strange writer has been hired to work on the Gears of War movie. So yeah, the Academy Award nominated screenwriter John Spates, who's known for co-writing Dune and Doctor Strange, has been hired by Netflix to work on the Gears of War movie. So yeah, the Gears of War movie is being developed for Netflix. Gears of War is one of the all-time great action games with vivid characters, a beautifully designed world, and a combat system that drives home the lethality of war and the importance of standing by your squad mates, said Spats, telling Variety. It wants to be cinema, and I'm thrilled to have the chance to help that happen. Again, Gears of War developer, the Coalition, in its own statement added, "We're thrilled to partner with John and the Netflix team to bring Gears of War to life. John is a master storyteller with a talent for creating epic science fiction universes, and he truly loves Gears of War. We couldn't ask for a better partner to honor our franchise and deliver an authentic story to our fans." So yeah, the last entry of Gears of War was Gears Tactics, spin-off title in April 2020. And the last mainline entry was Gears 5 in September 2019. So that's about, what, 3.5 years ago? And the franchise, Gears of War, has sold over 41 million units worldwide as of August 2019. So this is before Gears 5 released. Redfall stuff. Developer Arkane Studios originally announced that Redfall will have an always online requirement, even when playing in single player. However, game director Harvey Smith, speaking with Eurogamer, did say the team is looking into removing the always online requirement. However, he cannot make any promises. They're looking into it and seeing if they're able to do it. So his direct quote, "There are two ways developers could react to that, right? They could say, oh my god, you're always online. If you get on your Steam and it's not online, you freak out. If you get on your Xbox and you can't get the latest patch or see what your friends are doing, you freak out. You want to always be online." But that response, I think, lacks empathy. There are people who live in places where there are outages, or the broadband is shitty, or they are competing with their family members because their mom's streaming a movie or their brother's on another device. And so I think it's a legitimate critique. He added, we do take it with a lot of empathy. We listen. And we have already started work to address this in the future. We have to do some things like encrypt your save games and do a bunch of UI work to support it. And so we are looking into it. I'm not supposed to promise anything, but we're looking into it and working actively toward fixing that in the future. So even if the game does require always online when it first comes out, maybe down the line in many months in the future, that requirement will be dropped. Potentially. He did add, it allows us to do some accessibility stuff about the always online. It allows us for telemetry. If everybody's falling off ladders and dying, holy poop! That shows up. And so we can go and tweak the ladder code. There are reasons we set out to do that are not insidious. He did add also, Redfall will not have an in-game store, and there will be no microtransactions, but there are plans for future DLC for the game. So yeah, there's no store in the game, and there's no microtransactions. You can find costumes and things that are in the world. Those are yours. So you can unlock costumes while playing the game for yours to keep. You don't have to pay for them. We do have a DLC planned a couple of times. We'll sell a bundle of stuff like guns, costumes, characters, you know, whatever. We're very excited about those things, but it'll just be like DLC that you buy through Xbox or whatever. And there's the Bite Back edition of the base game, where you get some of this stuff for free. We had the plan with Dishonored. We have that with every game we make. And Redfall launches for the Xbox Series X, S, PC, and Game Pass on May 2nd. Another bit of news, also from game director Harvey Smith. An interview with IGN France revealed that the game was originally in development for PlayStation 5 as well as the current Xbox, PC, and Game Pass platforms before they were acquired by Microsoft. So yeah, Arkane, developers of Redfall, are part of ZeniMax or / Bethesda, which was acquired a couple of years ago by Microsoft. We were acquired by Microsoft, and it was a change with a capital C, said Smith via Google Translate. They came in and they said, no PlayStation 5, we're focusing on Xbox, PC, and the Game Pass. Mind you, the game was never officially announced for PlayStation 5. I'm not surprised. I mean, it kind of makes sense. You're developing a multi-platform game. It will be on PlayStation and Xbox, and obviously PC as well. And I'm sure Starfield was also in development for PlayStation originally. And then obviously, once they were acquired by Microsoft, these games are Xbox console exclusives. But they were never officially announced for PlayStation. It's just they were in development for multiple platforms, including PlayStation, which was canceled after Microsoft had acquired them. It's not very serious. It's even a good decision, I think, added Harvey, referring to the cancellation of the PS5 version. It helps the developers support Game Pass and have one less platform to worry about, one less complexity. The game launching on day one on Game Pass, it does mean the potential to be Arkane's biggest game to date. So Harvey Smith did add, Game Pass has a ton of players. It could become our biggest game thanks to 30 million, or I can't remember the exact number of subscribers. I think the last official number was 25 million. And it has grown since then, but we've yet to hear any official announcement on 30 million, I think. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Also, yeah, it should be noted the game, again, as I said, was never officially announced for PlayStation 5. Microsoft did state when it acquired ZeniMax, it would support any contractual obligations and games that already exist on other platforms. So, yeah, Sony had deals with Bethesda on Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo being PlayStation 5 timed console exclusives, which Microsoft honored, and obviously Fallout 76 or Skyrim or any other previously released games are still getting support on PlayStation. Yeah, Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer did say a couple years ago, the acquisition is about delivering great exclusives. So yeah, and again, Redfall comes out for Xbox Series X and PC and Game Pass on May 2nd. Valve has announced a new game. Kind of. Maybe it's a new game. Hey, Dave, you're late? How dare you be late? I can't believe it, Dave. I can't believe it. How dare you? It's fine. I've just been going over the gaming news, so you're all good. Valve has announced Counter-Strike 2! They still don't know how to count to 3, but they can sure count to 2. It comes out this summer for PC, and it is a free upgrade to anyone who owns Counter-Strike Global Offensive. That's right, Counter-Strike 2. Will we ever see Counter-Strike 3? Half-Life 3? Portal 3? Left 4 Dead 3? Team Fortress 3? Dota 3? Dota? Is it Dota the one that's by? Is that by Valve? I'm trying to remember. Anyways, yeah, Counter-Strike 2 is the largest technical leap forward in Counter-Strike's history, ensuring new features and updates for years to come, announced Valve. All of the game's new features will be revealed when it officially launches this summer. But the road to Counter-Strike 2 begins today as a limited test for select Counter-Strike Global Offensive players. How old is Global Offensive? I have no idea. It's gotta be pretty old at this point. Dave? Or Emerald, if you want to look it up, feel free to let me know and check, because I'm not exactly sure. I never actually got into Counter-Strike myself, personally. I'm generally not a big... I personally don't really care for PvP. I like co-op. I like playing with friends. Maybe PvE, that's fun. I do a little bit of PvP here and there, but something as serious as Counter-Strike, Came out in 2012. Okay, so only 11 years ago. Psh, plenty of time. I mean, Skyrim was 2011. I mean, it's gonna be 15 years probably by the time Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. Anyways, Counter-Strike 2 arrives this summer as a free upgrade to Counter-Strike Global Offensive, so build your loadout, hone your skills, and prepare yourself for what's next. Read on to learn more about what features Counter-Strike 2 Limited Test. I played pretty much since then. I was playing tonight. GG. I haven't played, but it's not for me personally. Obviously, just because I don't like the game doesn't mean, hey, you guys can't like It's not allowed. No, I don't care. Everyone likes their own games. You know, all these different genres, all these different types of games. Everyone likes different games. You know, we're all different. You know, we're all like... The saying used to be like, we're all like snowflakes because we're all different. But obviously, you know, it has a different term now, snowflake. So stupid. It's my biggest hours game on Steam. Only 2,200? Psh, that's nothing. Okay, that is a lot. But over those years... So yeah, changes... Actually, you know, I'm just going to open up the Counter-Strike 2 website here. So we've got responsive smoke. Smoke grenades are now dynamic volumetric objects that interact with the environment and react to lighting, gunfire, and explosion. Smoke now has the ability to interact with other gameplay events, creating new opportunities, as you saw there with that smoke moving there. Bullets and HE grenades can push smoke to briefly clear sight lines or expand occlusion. Smokes are the biggest change. It's going to be massive, I'm sure. I'm sure you're very hyped for it. You did say you were, so yeah, of course you're very hyped for it. Expands to fill spaces naturally. Reacts to lighting as well. Moving beyond tick rate no longer matters for moving. I never played Counter-Strike, so I'm not sure what they're referencing to. Sub-tick updates are the heart of Counter-Strike 2. Previously, the server only Oh, okay, this is very server stuff. Evaluate the world in discrete time intervals called ticks. Thanks to Counter-Strike 2's sub-tick update architecture, servers know the exact instant that motion starts, a shot is fired, or a nade is thrown. Okay, so this eliminates lag and delay. Got it. As a result, regardless of tick rate, your moving and shooting will be equally responsive, and your grenades will always land the same way. Cleaner, brighter, and better. From upgrades to overhauls, maps are cleaner, brighter, and better. Full overhaul maps. The overhauled maps have been rebuilt from the ground up, leveraging all of the new Source 2 tools and rendering features. The amount of time I shot someone, they both hit my PC, but took no damage and I died. Welcome to tick rate. Yeah, that's never good. To me, that's just lag. We used to call it lag. And again, I remember playing Quake 3 Arena on dial-up. You had to adjust to the lag. You had to know what your lag was to aim ahead of somebody because the delayed response. Oh, man. Good times. So we've got on the left, CSGO 2012. And then on the left here, Counter-Strike, that's slightly better. It's slightly better. It's a lot better. I mean, it's not like the best looking game I've ever seen, but it's definitely a stark improvement over CSGO. It's been a long time since I think when Valve actually released a game that actually had it had visuals that were absolutely mind-blowing. Which we're actually, after this, we're going to get to a game that looks absolutely mind-blowing. You laugh about that a lot. Quake days. 300 ping, you were a guy. Now I can play about 60 plus. Yeah, right? Other upgraded maps. CSGO there. CS2. Yeah, cleaner, brighter, better visuals, much better lighting. Oh. Now with some of this. Oh. Old restroom. New restroom, apparently. Yeah. Oh, Tombstone. This is a map I actually recognize. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. I guess still the same layout and everything, but man, those visuals are a nice uptick. It kind of reminds me of the Halo 1 and Halo 2 anniversary games, where it's pretty much, it was the same games. It was just like a new engine with new visuals just kind of plopped on top of the base game, the original game, so it'll look better. Your items in a whole new light. Bring your entire CSGO inventory. Okay, so this is kind of like a remastering of CSGO. I always see, and there obviously are other changes, but it feels like more of a remaster than anything. High def visual effects, improve visual effects. Yep. Environmental effects, UI enhancements. Obviously, I'm sure there's a lot of other differences. Accurate audio. Counter-Strike 2 sounds have been reworked to better reflect physical environment. Nice. And there's more to come. So now we're going to go to a game that, Ninja Theory, during the State of Unreal presentation at GDC today, released a new short clip of Senua Saga Hellblade 2 running on Unreal Engine 5. The video showcases real-time facial animation of protagonist Senua. Which, you know what, for once, on the rare occasion, I'm actually going to show this video. So this is in-engine. This is real-time facial animation from Hellblade 2.
Sign perf cut, take 13.
Just keep that in mind. Real-time facial animation. Which I'm so used to looking in games. It's a bit of an uptick, a bit of improvement for what you've seen in games. Mind you, this is still kind of a tech demo, so what does it look like in the actual game? We'll see. But
I see through your darkness now. I see through your lies. I will show them how to see as I do. I will not appease your gods. I will destroy them.
Unreal Engine 5. Let's say... And,
good? You like it?
Yeah. And the voice actress herself, I guess. That was recorded in real time. Real-time facial animation is pretty damn good. It almost... It feels... movie quality, I would say. It looks fantastic, I would think. I mean, we'll see when the game does come out how well it's going to look. Obviously, it depends what you're playing on. If you're playing on, a Series S, the visuals will probably be, lower. Or a Series X, which is much better visuals, but maybe not... And then if you have a PC, depends on your specs on your PC. If you've got, top-of-the-line parts, you're going to play the game at max settings, I'm sure, But, again, real-time facial animation. During the the State of Unreal presentation at GDC today. So that is gonna do it for the Game News Roundup for today. As always, if you enjoy this, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment down below if you have anything to add, or if there's any gaming news recently that I have missed. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time for some more Game News Roundup.